then you got more of that 5D.
Exactly.
There it is. Yeah, when you can stay out of that reaction, and it's funny because you know how sometimes things just come in themes, they just do. And some social media, Instagram or something, it says nobody can make you angry, you're choosing to have that response.
Yes.
And that just went in with today too, choosing that. Who am I angry at? Oh, I'm angry at myself. And then you're choosing that response. And when we can all start grasping that we are making a choice, choose to be happy. That one was the hardest one for me to grip when I was going through dark night of the soul stuff, you know, clawing my way out of that.
Yeah.
And I keep being told, what you can choose to be happy. And boy, does that make you mad when someone says you can choose to be happy when you're going through your junk, right?
You don't know what's going on.
I did that. And so then I'd be like, okay, I choose to be happy. And that's not working either, right? So, but then when I understood that I can choose a happier thought, and I can choose to go out and take a walk, and I can choose to get myself out of the environment that's making me happy. I can choose, and I can choose, and then I started getting it. And you can choose to be happy.
Yeah, every single moment or second, probably, you have choices. You're making a choice every single, and some of them are big enough where you notice it, and most of them are very small and you just do them, but realize you had a choice to do something else.
Yeah. And
that would have changed.
You were talking earlier. Yeah, you were talking earlier about the words that we're using. We're so kind of in that, what do I want to say, in that hypnotic state, even during our waking day. You know, there's only so much of our time that we're actually in the conscious moment, being in that moment. Otherwise, we're on autopilot. That's the word I was looking for, the autopilot thing. And we start on autopilot. And if you stop and listen to the words that you're saying while you're on autopilot, it will tell you exactly why you have the world around you have.
Absolutely. And there have been times I think I said it once before, maybe a couple of weeks ago. It was like, I was focused, I'm doing this, I'm talking about this, but then I caught myself like in the next breath in the autopilot mode saying the other. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and somebody else had to point it out to me. And that's usually how it has to be, so.
Yeah, so the autopilot reveals the subconscious or the belief system you don't realize you have
behind the scenes.
Yeah. And
I really think about it.
Years ago, I was reading an article that said we learn all of our core beliefs by the time we're 7, I think it was. And if you think about that, when you're on autopilot, you're responding from a 7-year-old perspective. And if you had traumas in your childhood, then you're responding from a traumatized 7-year-old, right? And so it's catching that stuff. It's all changeable. It's all recognizable. You can get in there and go, oh, and then go cradle that 7-year-old, that 3-year-old, that 2-year-old, and tell them it's going to be okay, and grow that part of you up.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what that child understood. That's what they knew. That was their world. A different world now.
Exactly.
A different reality.
You get a different perspective. And but do go back to that child piece, that inner child that was wounded, and have a little chat. Talk to them about it. It's all good. You grew up and you ended up being pretty cool. You turned into Julia Cannon. Well, maybe just one of us.
Or Tracy. Who thinks she's Julia? No, I mean, but that's true. I mean, and it really, it's easy to get caught up in things that did happen back there, even as you're older. I mean, if there's, life has some traumatic stuff going on in it. I mean, it just does. But we created that so we can learn from it. We wanted the experience to learn from. Okay, so go with it that way rather than, I mean, and I'm talking to, whatever. I'm preaching to myself here in that. For a long time, I looked at things as punishment. Okay, it must be karma. It must be this. I did something. Oh my gosh, this is, maybe I don't deserve the whole gamut of stuff, But all of that can be changed. It's like, I think I've punished myself enough. That's what I finally had to get to. It's like I don't need to keep doing it. I learned what I needed to learn. I had the experience. I learned from it. There really doesn't need to be a punishment there. It was an
Ah,
experience. But
or
that part of
even
me,
sabotage. You know, how
yeah,
many people sabotage
absolutely.
because they,
Yeah, don't
again,
deserve
form
or
of
don't,
punishment, right?
yeah. Yeah. And so that's where all of that comes in. And we really, that's what we want to, it's one they say, oh, just let it go, let it go. But it's like, if you can talk, like you said, that child, see, that's coming from that child part
Mhm.
that has to be punished, has to be, all this, I don't deserve it because it hurt it someplace. It didn't deserve it.
Shame on you, that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, we know better now. The adult part of us can go, you know what, that may have been the way it was then, but it's not that way anymore.
Yeah.
And now I know more. I know that, see, like me, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking to that person going, because this has been a struggle with me for quite a while. It's, this is something that you get punished for. So I got to punish you. And it's like, I already went through this, I already had the experience. Why do I need to do anything with it? I mean,
Right.
I've already dealt with it. So it's like, that was kind of backwards thinking, but I see where it came from. But it's like, now, how about we look at it this way? It was an experience. It was an interesting experience, a very interesting one that I learned tons from. I'm telling you right now, I could not be doing what I'm doing now if I would have not had that experience.